So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the lesson, How to Learn Online. So in the previous video that came with this, I'll actually link them on the first page of your Teacher Mentor Handbook. It showed you that you have all of these lessons to help students learn online, and you can use them as you like. You can use them the first week of school, or you can have access to have students use these whenever you have a time where a lot of your kids are done, or with a group of them, the majority of are done. So the first one is How to Learn Online, and you'll be able to access this video here after I finish it. But to get to the lesson, I'm going to click here and open it up. It is going to force you to make a copy, so if you want to make any edits, it'll be yours and you own it, and that is groovy for you. Here is the lesson in its entirety, and it is in a Nearpod, and this way you can hold students accountable for actually doing this. If you are not familiar with Nearpod, you'll need to go to KCloud to access your Nearpod account and click on Nearpod. You don't have to access it that way all the time, but you need to do that if you have never been in that before. Now, to turn this lesson on in Nearpod, I'm going to go to Extensions, and then Nearpod, and open Nearpod. And if you don't have that, you can go to Add-ons and get add-ons, and you'll be able to add Nearpod to your add-ons by clicking on this slide. I already have it, so I'm going to accept. Okay, so go to Extensions, Nearpod, open Nearpod, and you only have to do this one time with each of your videos. So then I'm going to save and go to Nearpod. And right below is what is saving the video that the Nearpod that I just put in there, and it's almost done. These lessons were created to do live participation with you projecting in the front of the room, and I will go over that, not student paced, but if you ever wanted to give it to one student to work on their own in their own time, they could use this. It's just some of the things might not translate easily if it's not in the whole group. So we're going to click on live participation. On the next screen, you're going to see a code come up, and that's what students do to join your Nearpod. They go join.nearpod.com, and they put in this code. Or they can go to KCloud, click on the Nearpod icon, and put in the code. All right, so if you ever need that code again, you can access it right up here. Once all your students are in, you're going to see this number down here where it says participants be the same as your number of students in the classroom. So let's get going. We're going to start with a video about Canvas and the Immersive Reader, because the Immersive Reader is one great way that students can have assistance reading the course, because that's a lot of times that's what bogs them down, is the amount of reading. So the teacher plays this video. Since we're doing this in a whole group setting, I would play this in front of the classroom instead of having the students control it and playing it individually, because then you'll have to worry about speed and things like that, depending upon what kind of device they're using. So you would click this button to play it. Now, I'm not going to play the whole video with you. I did want you to see that there are no breaks along the way, so it is just literally playing this video, okay? And the intent is to show you how to use the Immersive Reader. It's about 12 minutes long. So we'll go ahead and go to the next slide. On this slide, you're going to have them practice. They're going to open up a Canvas course and practice using the Immersive Reader, working on their own and helping each other along the way when they have trouble. Notice that the Immersive Reader I have turned on in Nearpod. They could use it here if you've turned it on, but it's really not necessary. This is more about how can you use it in the Canvas course. So after their 10 minutes to play, you have another video, and this video is a little bit different because there are sometimes you will click Teacher Play. There are some times when they can't read the screen or the website and access that tool that's in Canvas. So the district has put the Immersive Reader app on every Chromebook. So this just shows you how to use that app. It's very similar. I mean, it is highlight, right click, and click on the icon that says read this to me. You can also translate it in, I think now they're up to 60 different languages. Anyway, this will really help all of your students in class. So then they're going to try using that app. Again, working with each other, I would say your goal is to make sure 100% of your students know how to use the Immersive Reader both in Canvas and the Chrome extension. I would also encourage them to bring their own earbuds, and again, if you need more earbuds, we can supply those for you. Just email ryan.speaks@kellerisd.net. So after they've done that, they have talked, they have explored. Now we're back to one more video. In this video, they're going to have breaks along the way. So what this video is showing you how to do, let me pause it, play it for a minute, is how to use annotations. Some of the teachers do use annotations and some do not, but it's a really good tool for them to learn how to use. So when you get to the break along the way, I will click and drag to get there. Students will be prompted to ask a question and their answers will appear on the screen. I really love this, especially in a whole group setting, because you can stop wherever you're at in the lesson and have a conversation. It's almost there. There you go. So you'll see all of your students. If you want to hide their names, you can click on this little eye over here, and you'll see all their answers. So it gives you a bank of questions and answers that you can have a class discussion with, and that'll be the same with this icon at the end. So on this video, I'm trying to remember what it's about. Let me get there. Oh, this video is all about how to check their grades online and stay connected with their teacher. The other issue I know that they struggle with is they are afraid to ask their teachers questions, and they don't always check their grades online. So in this video, they're learning how to check their grades and how to look at their teacher's feedback. If they make a bad grade on an assignment, oftentimes the teacher will provide feedback and allow them to do it for another attempt. But if they never go into their grades and read the feedback to their teacher, they won't know this. So again, you've got the video, but you also have the breaks along the way. The next one is a fill in the blank activity where kids will click and drag. You're not going to be able to see that here because this is teacher view, but I can show you the answers. So students will see everything that is not in a box, and then they will have all the words that are boxed in a word bank out to the side. They'll click and drag them over. This is really about getting your students to feel comfortable with contacting their teachers and how to do that. Also, how to get help from each other, because you are the mentor teacher, not the content expert. So we want to make sure that they feel comfortable emailing their teachers through Canvas, and they can also request for their teacher to come out and meet with them or Zoom with them. Terry Mullins is able to meet during the day. The other teachers would have to respond to emails if they are adjunct. Lastly, this is kind of a formative assessment at the very end to see what they have learned, what is good to do, and what is not good to do online. They're sorting. They can also name their own categories at the top, but basically it's productive and unproductive strategies. So that's that for this lesson. I hope it is helpful. It should take you one whole 45-minute class period, and let me know if you have questions. Thank you.